Yes, welcome to the Player Supreme Show. I'm your host, Player Supreme. Today I'm going to be talking about a concept called human design. If you're looking for information on how to get ass, sorry about that, I'm teasing those guys. I just want some dating stuff. You might not want to watch this video. Just click off. Watch the next video, okay? Years ago, I introduced human design on my forum, and I did their little stuff, and I came out as a manifester. And everybody wanted to be, like me, be a manifester. Unfortunately, 70% of the people on the planet are what are called generators. Now, human design looks at your auric energy, and it gives you a concept that you can use for each different type of auric energy to use in your own life. And I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But let me go to my information, and we'll take a look at what's going on. Okay. Let me go back to the very top. Now, they give you a bunch of gobbledygook on, that doesn't really mean very much to me on, what human design is. Basically, they're looking at the auric energy on the planet. From the hunter-gatherers to the farmers to current society people, okay? That's basically what they're talking about, instead of all that stuff, all this jumble stuff. Sorry about that. All this kind of jumble stuff here. Let's go down to the different four types. Now, the first type on the planet was actually a manifester, but we're going to go by the most popular. We're going to talk about generators. There are four different types. There are generators, manifestors, projectors, and reflectors. Reflectors are the real esoteric types, like Buddha. Michael Jackson would go up under that one. Real people like that to reach really top level stuff. Like I said, Buddha, other people like that. Okay, generators are the farmer, came out of the farmer gene. As I talked about, first we had hunter-gatherers, which is manifestors basically. Then we had generators come on the planet. Between the manifestor or the hunter-gatherers, mankind's energy began to change. So we have what's called manifesting generators, but they are actually generators. Just because there's a manifestor on it, if you come back as a manifesting generator, you're still a generator, okay? But generators are the builders. They represent about 70% of the population. And what they do is they give you a strategy to use in your life. It's like a code that you want to follow. Their strategy is to engage with life by waiting for things to come to them so they can respond. Now, waiting for things to come to them, what do they mean by that? By the way, all the other types are designed to wait besides manifestors. But let's say you're looking for ideas to start a business. You wait until... you're designed to wait until you're engaging with people. Someone say, "Hey, why don't you start this kind of business?" Or, "Hey, I'd like to go into business with you. Do this." So basically, it has your input has come from outside of you, and life will give you that input. Let's say it works in the game. We're waiting for eye contact. Eye contact is the invitation to the dance, to the game, to the seduction. So human design actually fits what I teach here. When they initiate rather than wait to respond, they usually end up feeling frustrated. Do you guys know that feeling of frustration? Generators are the life force of the planet and are designed to know themselves by observing what they respond to. Through responding, they experience satisfaction in their life and work. Their work is their gift to the world. Next, we have manifestors. I'll go deeper into each one. I'm going to do three of them. Generators, manifestors, projectors. None of you guys are the reflectors, and none of you guys are that. You'd be doing something different, so listen to me. Manifestors, the initiators, compose about 9% of the population, just as the hunter-gatherers are about 9% of the population as well. So the creators of this style or this philosophy, whatever, they pegged it just right. Their strategy is to inform others of their decisions before they take action in order to eliminate resistance. Now, that's why I'm always informing you guys what I'm planning to do. Because I picked this up, I started doing it. It did reduce my frustration or anger. We experience anger. When manifestors cannot manifest in peace, they experience anger. Manifests are designed to have the power, to have a powerful impact and be initiating mechanisms for the other types. Initiating is their gift to the world. I initiated myself into my personal training business. I initiated this business, as you've seen me do. I initiated numerous things. I initiated a TV show on how to find your purpose in life called Spirit Quest. I did that. I wrote most of the script for it. I initiated so many different things in my life. From the age of 19, started my first mail order business selling meditation CDs. I recorded myself on my little tiny box recorder. Press 2 buttons for play and record to get the record. If you guys remember that old thing, if you're old enough. And I would record my voice doing a relaxation video. Yes, you are becoming more and more relaxed the deeper you go. Now you feel your toes totally relaxed. So I did those. I sold those. I had to hand make them. To my first real business, becoming a personal trainer. Then you have what are called projectors, and these are the guides. Approximately 20% of the population. Their strategy for engaging with life is to wait for their specific qualities to be recognized and invited into things. My boy Craig is a projector. A lot of people on my forum end up being projectors. And projectors are like the managers of humanity. And they are the leaders out there, the leaders in humanity. Hold on one second. Okay. Hold on. Just had some news come in. They are our leaders. They're the mayors. They're the guides. So if you look at human civilization, we rose up from hunter-gatherers. We began to build towns. They'd become like the town mayors. That's how mankind's energy shifted. Mankind's energy needed people to manage them. Before we were hunter-gatherers, we were just groups of families that started growing larger. Then we started farming, and mankind needed a certain kind of person to be able to sit there and watch the fields and tend the fields. Okay? And tend the fields. And then we evolved into projectors, because as farms grew, we grew towns. So we need people to manage people. So that's basically what they do. Reflectors are more esoteric types. Let me go into the generators. Okay. 37% are pure generators. 33% are manifesting generators. Throughout history, the role of generators has been enslavement. Over 70% of generators have lived as slaves for manifestors. Being kept ignorant of their true potential and being deeply frustrated from being unable to compete with manifestors. Manifestors, we get up and we do things. As I said, we're told to inform. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. The new role of generators is very difficult. With the natural decline of manifestor powers comes awakening of the true potential of generators, which is the true builders and creators of the planet. So those guys who are generators, you're the real builders of this planet. You're the dominant energy on the planet. As generators give up initiating and trying to be manifestors, their response to life makes them capable of being absolutely anything. Generators have tremendous wealth of energy and power, although they cannot use it directly. The key to the generator is response. Nothing is more powerful than a generator who acts through response. Someone initiates, you respond. A girl gives you eye contact, you respond. When a generator waits, they create a magical black hole that attracts everyone to them. When a generator waits, others come over and ask them. Every generator has a fear that if they do nothing, no one will ask them anything or initiate anything. If you do nothing, you notice how the guys who are the trolls, like I had a troll come in, how can you sit there and wait for eye contact? That's a one that's got that fear in him. But every generator who has courage to wait soon sees how unfounded the fear is. They go on about the high priests of Delphi. You have to come to them and ask, otherwise they give you nothing. This is the perfection of the generator. The greatest handicap of generators is impatience. Generators are conditioned not to wait and to be busy making things for themselves. And that comes through our media like Nike, just do it. That comes from, you got to strive for your success. You got to push, push, push. Look in this game here. You got to sarge. You got to sarge. The PUA nerds use that term called sarge, sarging. So aggressive and so negative. The irony is that even if they succeed at attaining dreams, they remain deeply unsatisfied because they never waited to see what their dreams were. So basically some people, they push, they get success. But they haven't really found their true dreams. Whilst the manifestors usually know what they want and actively seek it, the generator cannot know what they want until it comes to them and they respond to it. Thus, the dreams of a generator unravel as they go along, but they can never really know what they are until they have attained them. When you meet a generator who is 40 to 50 years old, who does not know their design, they have no idea who they really are. It is quite difficult to change their whole life to see who they are. It is quite uncomfortable with the new self that emerges as they respond to life. When you first start to live your design, you have to start at the surface. It takes 7 years of hard work to begin the process. And that's what they say. It takes 7 years to completely install this philosophy into your head and change what they say your basic energy. As children, generators are expected to know what they want in life. No generator can go and find out what they do or don't want in life. They have to wait and see. So your ability to see, you have to learn to look for the opportunities that are opening themselves up to you out there, whether it's in a dating game or in life. They do not even know what they want to eat until they respond. Whether a generator has a defined, or now they get into parts of their philosophy, or undefined mind, it will tend to undermine their response by preempting what they think they want. Most generators are frustrated working in the wrong jobs, living with the wrong people, eating the wrong food, and feeling a lack of purpose in life. The main reason for all this ignorance. The generator child has to be raised in such a way that they do not feel pressure to know anything. You cannot say to a generator child, go and clean up your room. You're not giving them a chance to feel what they call their sacral response. Even though they may say no, you don't say it in black families, they need to feel their own response. Then once they feel it, you can reason with them. And they go on to talk more about the generator question, will I be asked? The question is the deepest fear of every generator. There is only one answer: wait and ride it out. Every generator has to learn to ride out frustration. They often feel that they will not be asked or asked the right question. So you can learn more about this by going to this link here. Just freeze your video and type in the address. I'll try to put it into the video also after it's transcoded into a real video. Now let's go on to projectors. 21% of the population. The projector, now remember, this is the people that naturally become our politicians, our mayors, all that kind of stuff. They usually end up being projectors. Projectors' natural position is at the top of the hierarchy. They are the top, designed to be the guide of the energy types. See, they're talking about energy, your auric energy. Projectors recognize talents and capabilities of generators and manifesting generators and can guide them in the most efficient use of their energy. You notice they don't say manifestors. The power for manifesting is given to generators who do not know how to use it without the help of projectors. Projectors do not have this kind of manifesting life force themselves and will soon be exhausted if they expand energy in the same way as generators. Let me talk about generators. Back to generators. Generators can get up and work 8 hours a day and not even really be wore out. After your work, they can go out and get some cocktails and maybe party a little bit and go home. They're the powerhouse of humanity. The rest of us, our energy is limited. Projectors are great organizers, networkers, yes, and have the knack for bringing the right combination of people together to accomplish a task. They are the natural middleman, and ultimately it is up to them to maintain harmony in the world. Recognizing a projector. The most important thing for a projector is to be recognized. Their greatest secret is people. They absolutely have to have the right people around them, and that is those who recognize them. If people do not recognize a projector, the projector becomes an energy drain. The appropriate recognition is key. When a projector hears, "I always feel so inspired when I'm with you," every cell in their body literally lights up because that person has truly recognized them. If someone gives a compliment that does not make sense, it may feel good, but it is not the right recognition. So they have to be recognized for their power. For projectors, exhaustion and fatigue go hand in hand, often creating debilitating disease for a short lifespan. Projectors tend to compromise, searching for recognition, creating exhaustive conditions from the wrong relationships. If a projector does not wait to be recognized, they become ill from the energy of those around them. Any of you guys ever get sick being around people who are the projector types? You got to find out what you are. You cannot guess by listening to say, "Oh, that's me, that's me." Like a lot of people on my forum, they want to be manifestors. That's me, that fits me, that's me, that's me. Then I show them where to send in their information. They came back generators or projectors. Projectors are not designed to take on the burdens of others. Their true role is to guide the energy types and let them do things they are not equipped to handle. It is essential for that a projector is recognized for who they are and not who they are not. Again, waiting to be invited. Projectors often make the mistake of inviting rather than waiting to be invited. In restlessness and insecurity, they often rush to invite the other. Another form of initiating. Okay, restlessness and insecurity. Projectors must absolutely not initiate. They must wait to be invited. There are 4 types of invitations that projectors are waiting for. Invitation to love, invitation to career, invitation to bond with others, invitation for a place in life. The projector must relax and stay silent. The projector's aura, because we're dealing with your aura, the auric energy that you were born with, is very specific. It can be felt across a room, so these are really powerful people, and has a very distinct frequency. Anyone who is attuned to their frequency will notice them. Wow. The projector aura does all the talking and soon naturally brings out the invitation from the other. When projectors learn to trust their silent chemistry, many opportunities come their way. The mantra for the projector is, wait for a formal invitation that is just right for me. Okay, so you can learn more. They say projectors' auras are magical. It draws the right attention and protects them. Okay, you can learn more about this. They go a little bit more deeper into part of their philosophy. Again, here's the link for that. humandesignplanet.info/projectors. I think you can get to the other one by a simple link like that. humandesignplanet.info. Let's see what if I put generator in there, or generators. Yes. Okay, just type generators in there. humandesignplanet.info. If you put generator in there, it'll go to library, types, then generator. Now on to people like me. Historically, manifestors have lived the role of king, queen, priest, and ruled over large groups of humans. Since manifestors have ruled throughout history, it is easy for them to gain authority and power over others. They have established basic human laws in all spiritual and material hierarchies, as an attempt to maintain control and not be challenged. That's interesting. I just read this just earlier. I didn't know that. My understanding was the manifestors were the reason why humanity survived, because we got it and we did shit instead of just sit around. We got it and we traveled across the planet. We moved across the planet. This is a little bit more higher knowledge that I wasn't aware of. That we became the kings and queens of areas. But you can see it because we initiate all the time. We're like the entrepreneurs of current society. We're the business starters. Not that you can't start a business. As I try to get you guys to do is find your purpose in life. Look inside, see what you love to do. Once you establish that, all you got to do is wait for the invitation. Start getting involved in, like, let's say you're a skateboarder, you want to open a skateboard business, or you got an idea for a new kind of skateboard. You get into it, you start going to skateboard places, skateboard design stuff, and get involved. Pretty soon someone will initiate with you. Anyways, they have established basic human laws and all spiritual and material hierarchies as an attempt to maintain control and not be challenged. They are distinctly patriarchal, yang energy. You guys see how I am. Everyone wants to be a manifestor because it is the type capable of acting on its own account. Manifestors are designed, they forgot the word too, designed to initiate. The manifestor's gift is to be able to act independently. Because of this, manifestors may feel like the rest of the world is moving in slow motion. Manifestors can make things happen without other people. They can only do so much, so they need the other types to fulfill their goals. Manifestors often do not fit into groups easily, perceived as uncontrollable, being designed to operate independently. This can become their greatest handicap. Manifestors are not here to do hard work, but they have to be allowed to do their own thing and remain uncontrollable in their own environment, doing their own thing. Manifestors must wait. Like those guys who came out manifestors, this is for you, like all of us. But when the moment comes act, they must inform all those concerned, even though they might face rejection. Manifestors have accepted rejection on a deep cellular level. Rejection is their issue. If they live their design, those who matter will never reject them. They will be loved simply for who they are, simple, powerful, untamable, freedom-loving people. Manifestors are simply here to enjoy. It is a gift from the gods. Whatever the manifestor does now is for them, and the only responsibility they have is to enjoy the reward by being their self. Strategies, they go in their strategies. Will I be allowed? As a doer, they don't need anybody to act. Therefore, they are deeply reluctant to ask others. That's me down to a T. I'm just now learning to ask others. Like I'm going to open up admins, workers on my forum that can help me manage the forum. They can feel as though they are giving their power over if they inform, so they usually don't bother informing and take what they want when they want it. Most manifestors never learn to ask or inform. Thus, they end up being punished, which feeds distrust of others, and so the circle continues. Very interesting. So the manifestor was the type of child that would get up without asking for permission and go outside. Manifestors are the most abused children of any child out there, is what I learned. Because our auras, people don't like us. And that's what I grew up with. And look at what happened to me within this community. I get a lot of trolls, I get a lot of haters. Since I've been on So Suave, I went on So Suave, Fast Seduction, same thing. Some of it was because of my ego. Let me continue. Because manifestors can take what they want, when they want, and can. They tend to behave this way in relationships, especially men. You are mine. Oh, shit. I'm taking you. Oh, my God. You guys remember what I used to tell women? You guys who have my private coaching? You belong to me. You're my home. You never close your door to me. That was my part of my mind fucking stuff. Holy fuck. You are mine. Yeah. I am taking you. Yeah. Relationships that begin this way end in disaster. Yeah. I agree 100%. Through informing, well, how am I supposed to inform though? Excuse me, I'm going to be taking the pussy tonight. Huh. Through informing the little things, you can avoid resistance. That's what we get is resistance and crisis. It also helps if manifestors inform who they love and want to be with. Well, I never did that. Okay, let's see. They go into different types of manifestors. Manifestors in the world. Oh, there's the guy who created the whole concept. And he's got a video. If you want to search the video, RAZEN, screen name, Manifestors. In truth, manifestors are all pussycats that do not really resonate with the rest of humanity's need to work. They are not really concerned with being useful. Most just want a quiet life where they can be left alone and do their own thing. What am I looking to do? Go off into the desert. All right, 10 things. This is from an excerpt from us manifestors. Our aura is dense. Manifestors are designed to push people out of the way. We repel other people emotionally as well as physically. Let's say that again. We repel other people emotionally as well as physically. Although essential to our design, this tends to distance us from other people. It's common for manifestors to experience profound feelings of loneliness. Bam. We don't choose what we manifest. I can't even begin to tell you how much I struggled with this. For years, I practiced the law of attraction with pretty much zero results. And now I know, this is this person's article, that because manifestors are stuck in the matrix, just like everyone else. Little do non-manifestors know we also have to wait. That's interesting. That's the first time I came across that. You see, in order to manifest properly and healthily, the manifest must wait until they achieve clarity in the body. Ah, okay. And manifestors with a defined emotional center, like myself, that's not me. I'm what's called an ego manifestor. I manifest through force of will. So he's responds to emotional stuff. Like myself, must learn to wait an entire emotional cycle. Oh, it's too bad for him. He goes on to talk about more of that. Stop trying to control manifestors. And that's what the rest of the world wants to do. It's important that we don't lay next to, like Jovina, she's a generator. It's important that I actually don't lay next to her because her energy will start to change my energy. And this fellow says, oh my God, for the love of all that's holy. That's what a Caucasian person says. For the love of all that is holy, stop it. Stop trying to control manifestors. Stop telling us what to do. Yeah, I hate being told what to do. I hate being told what to do. That's why my childhood was so hard because I did the opposite. My mom was a control freak, and she tried to control me. And I think my dad was a manifestor too. I don't know his exact information, but I'm guessing. Stop trying to get us in a box. It fucking pisses us off and breeds resentment for all the other classes. Human design is most effective when there's harmony between the classes. Nothing disenfranchises the manifestor more than telling them what to do. And he goes on to talk more about that. Manifestors are always doing stuff. Manifestors tend to be very busy because they are designed to take action and initiate/create. They strive to have a huge impact on the world. Although manifestors cannot sustain long-term energy output like generators can, their minds remain highly active at all times. Tell me about it. Manifestors who are functioning healthily usually have two modes, exploding and regenerating. Their creative energy is released in powerful blasts that can leave the manifestor feeling drained for several hours or days at a time. And number 5, let us recharge. Look, I know how this sounds, but we manifestors require lots of rest. Since our minds are highly active, our bodies need to relax a lot of the time. That way, when it's time to act, we can explode into impressive action that's characteristic of a manifester. Most people are in awe of the explosive spontaneity of manifestors, but I find it far more impressive to watch a generator crank out consistent energy day after day for long stretches of time. If you're a manifestor, remember that you're designed for energy output. If you're a generator, remember that you're designed for energy output. Manifestors are not. Please let us rest. Number 6, it gets even worse. Leave us alone. We're the lone wolves. No offense to you or anyone. Don't try to trap. That's my favorite animal, the wolf, as you guys know. Don't try to trap a manifestor or get them to stay. Let them go. If you do, it will increase the odds that they'll be back. This must be relationship stuff. You can make a manifestor feel comfortable with commitment if you give him or her lots of freedom in the relationship. Manifestors can make great partners if you're willing to support them by reminding of their strategy to inform. Number 7, manifestors. Remind manifestors to inform. It is not uncommon for manifestors to become obsessed with ideas flying around their heads. Yeah. When this happens, it's really easy for them to act impulsively, without informing people of their actions. Because of this, manifestors can be seen as confusing or even intimidating. No other class exhibits the initiative and spontaneity of the manifestor. It's for this reason that people are constantly trying to control them. The only way for manifestors to eliminate this resistance is by informing those close to them of their intentions. If you're a manifestor, informing is your friend. Okay, fellas? Those guys who are manifestors, who have done, your what you call it, your chart thing. Remember that you're not doing it for anyone but yourself. The purpose of informing is not to ask permission. It is so you can meet with less resistance. By informing, you not only decrease resistance, but you'll find that people actually want to support you. And he goes on to talk about that. 8, the traditional manifestor model is dead. The last thing the world needs is more rulers. As the world becomes more globally conscious, the need for rulers decreases. Manifestors in today's world need to stay far away from any impulses to rule over other classes. Instead, focus on initiating and then moving on. Stick and move. Manifestor. So that would support me changing the structure of my business and only working with coaching clients, and start marketing myself as a dating coach or relationship coach type of thing. The old-fashioned archetype, I should say. Interesting. It is in this way that you'll see the example by going first. This is not to say that manifestors are not born leaders. We are, but we have to be careful not to confuse leading with ruling. And that was my method when I first came online, started my channel, started my site. It was all ego. And that's one of the things I'm going to have to make sure that, people who are my admins, make sure we recognize that we have big egos and that we have to temper our egos. Sometimes there's a fine line, and keep in mind that a true leader always leads among, not above. A true leader always leads among, not above. Interesting. When I first started, because I had reached such a high level in this game, I was always coming from like I was above. Over the years, I've kind of transitioned into the role of a coach, just coaching. As I talked about the other day, I've softened myself out over the years. The role of the manifestor is counterintuitive. When the word manifestor is used, images of domineering rulership often come to mind, but upon closer examination, you'll see that a healthy manifestor is there to serve others. I agree with that. When you find your purpose in life, it's all about how can you serve humanity. I'm serving mankind by working with young males who are confused, who lack the ability to find mates. That's the base of what I do. I teach, find lots of mates, potential mates, so you know what you like and will accept in a woman. Don't just accept the first one that comes along. Date lots of girls till you find the one that you really like and settle down and live your life. That way you have a great partner. That will reduce the number of divorces out there. I teach communication here. Learn to listen. And that's one of the things that breaks down marriages is the lack of communication. Us males, we tend to have this male dominating, attitude. I'm not gonna listen to what she says. She's stupid. All that kind of stuff. And that's the wrong way to approach your women. You want to learn to listen to what they have to say, then react accordingly. If you look at initiating as a service to the non-initiating classes, then you are truly using your powers for the good of the planet. Now, this really resonates with me right now. I'm going to have to think about this for the rest of the evening. Traditionally, manifestors have a receiving, taking energy. But manifestors in the new world should instead focus on giving. I give through these shows. These shows are free. I've helped a lot of people with just my videos. You can still be a lone wolf and contribute to overall harmony of the planet. If you are a manifestor and you want to have a good life, focus on using your powers to be of service to others, not at odds with them. Yeah. Okay, so how do I fit in and work with the PUAs? Because I don't agree with what they're doing. All right, let me go on though. Manifestors can be intimidating. The manifestor is designed to push energy out of the way, which is useful for clearing old negative energy on the planet. On top of this, manifestors have an initiating energy that's often spontaneous. Because of this, it's quite normal for the other types to feel a little bit of insecurity or fearful around manifestors. If you don't understand their frequency, notice how they're using the word frequency? I told you fellas, we're all about energy and vibration. Vibration is frequency. Energy is vibration, and vibration is frequency. It can easily come across as quite intimidating. Because of this, many people are constantly suspicious and on guard around manifestors, which can really, forgot the word be, tiresome for everyone involved. This level of resistance can really take its toll on manifestors, driving many of them to give up manifesting altogether. 11 bonus. Manifestors are not generators. Generators love telling manifestors what to do, how to do it. My woman does it. To a generator, the world is an entirely different experience. Generators listen up. We do not have the same energy signatures that you do. We are not designed to output energy all day, every day. You notice how I work? I actually work 2 hours a week in my business, my offline business. And I work in this business actually more than that because I watch videos, I do videos, I create my podcast show, I answer questions, I do my coaching. So I don't know how many hours a week it comes to, but it's certainly not a 40-hour week. I don't work, 8 to 5. If you're a generator, count your blessings and be grateful for your abilities, but stop holding us manifestors to your standards. We got to stop trying to live to their standards as well for you manifestors. We can't do what you do. Our energy is an initiating one, not a sustaining one. It's severely damaging to the mind, body, and soul of a manifestor to behave as if she is a generator. It might take many years, but eventually serious mental and physical health problems can emerge from a manifestor trying to keep up with a generator. Stop trying to keep up with a generator. I don't try to keep up with Jovina. We're here to experience deep peace. Amen. Everyone loves peace, but the ultimate goal of every manifestor is to experience deep peace. It's so intertwined with who they are that it's essential for them to achieve peace in their lives. As my good friend John Martin says, there's a sweetness about a manifestor that's just being authentic. When you combine the dense and hard aura of a manifestor with their genuine sweetness, because we're really, as that one said, really just pussycats inside, you end up creating a beautiful harmony that can create a massive positive resonance in the world. So be nice to us, okay? We love you. Okay, I'm back. Interesting. I learned something today. Got deeper understanding of manifestors. A lot of you guys, Nala says, I fit the projector 100%. No, you don't. Go get it done. Don't say that's me. I already warned about that. Okay? They're not. It's pretty weird how much it describes. You might be a generator. Okay? Go find out the real truth. Don't say, hey, that's me. I already warned about that. I said, guys on the phone, that's me. And they came back something totally different. They thought they fit what a manifestor was. Joe Grizzly. All right, let me get this straight. So you're saying if a woman don't give eye contact. Wait. So you're saying if a woman don't give you eye contact, then they're not into you. Joe Grizzly asks. Think about it. If a woman was interested, she'll look at you, correct? So if they're not looking, they have no interest in you. You being black should know that. You know how sisters are. When they see a man they like, then give them some eye contact. If they're not, you're a bugaboo. There, Joe Grizzly. Okay, I'm glad you guys weren't leaving a lot of comments. Thank you for that. And just soaking up what I'm talking about. And that's my show for the day. You guys have a good evening. I'll be back if there are any questions about this. But you first want to, I don't care if you're like Remo doesn't believe anything. They're like Remo, I don't believe astrology. He says, though, I think the last time I took that test, I said I was a projector. And he actually did it. I didn't even know it. I thought you didn't believe anything, Remo, outside of what you can see and touch. So, Remo's a projector. Interesting. Go find your old paperwork and stuff like that. Joe Grizzly, so damn, no hoes like me then. LOL. What I teach here is how to get women to like you. Christopher, Google human design. Now, I've got the software on one of my computers, but I'm not putting your information in there. You do it yourself. That's too much work. I did it for myself. And also, years ago, I got a consultation that was paid for me. So I got a more deep and depth, look, and I didn't really take that much from it. I was already doing everything she said. I already was an initiator. I already started businesses. I already started stuff. So I had it on tape, and wasn't nothing big. Rem said, I never said it like that. What was the second website? The only website I was using was the second website for manifestors. But you're not a manifestor, so that one you don't really need. But humandesignplanet.info. Then type, let me see if it works for projector. Okay, see it up here? I'm going to scroll back to projector. I'm glad you're taking an interest in this. And it goes, it's projectors. It goes right to your information. So again, it's humandesignplanet.info. Now, let's see. Let me just get rid of this. I came across because, I'm into metaphysics, and I was looking at stuff, and I sent it in. Let's see. This is the original place. You can actually download the software. Type in software and download to your own computer and input your own information. Input your family members' information. I tried to get my mom's information, and she came out as a generator, I believe. Yeah, generator. I don't know her exact time of birth, though. Your exact time of birth is important. Just like astrology, you need your exact time of birth and this other stuff. So if you do this, download the software. The first one should work. Download yourself, and you could use that on girls. It does have a place in the game. You could have your laptop with you. Is, hey, have you ever heard of human design? Well, let's see what you are. Women love that stuff. They love astrology. They love anything metaphysical. But you got to be careful if you're black, because a lot of sisters have a strong church programming. Some of them might, not like it. You know how sisters can be. They're from the church. But many of the sisters out there will be open. It's fun stuff. Okay? I suggest you download the software, install it. When you're done, delete it. Doesn't matter. I installed on my old laptop, my clunker. It's not all that serious. Obviously, they wouldn't put out something that would be harmful. A lot of guys are, I'm afraid to download software. Might be virus, which is true. But this is actually from a reputable place. Okay? If you go to the one that says Jovian Archive, that's the originals. Let me show you the link, or the one it is. Hold on. This one here, which says Software Jovian Archive, that's the one that I have. And there's the link to it. If you pause the video, you can see the link. Let me make it larger in case you're blind. Just pause it, pick up on this link here. Or go find it and right-click it. Okay? Test yourself. I mean, do what it asks for you to do and see what you are. Have fun with it. Don't be like nerds. This isn't scientifically correct. Have fun. Have some kind of fun about the whole thing. Take it with a grain of salt. Just laugh a little bit. Okay? It's not that serious. Bobby Nut. I'm a projector. Does that mean I'll be a good player? How do you know you're a projector, Bobby Nut? Remo says, I'm drawn to guiding people to their goals, and I have a weird birth time, 3:33. Yeah, start, didn't it? I hate my life. Hey, will being bald affect my game? I was bald. A black man, I'm mostly attracted to white women. I was bald. And I dated tons of white women. You might want to change your screen name. Your screen name just reeks of negativity and self-hatred. I'm hoping you're not one of those self-hating blacks. I hate being black! Whiner little bitches like that. Did you see my chakra test in the forum? Nope. Christopher asks, I hate my life. Some sisters talk too fucking much for my taste. See, you're starting negativity already. By the way, you want them to talk while you sit and listen and gather your information about her. That's how you hold a conversation. You get her life story. So already you're in the negative. You got to clear your head of all that negativity you got programmed into you. That's what made you choose that suck-ass screen name. Hubert, why are you not interested in reflectors? Are they hopeless in the game? They have nothing to do with the game. They're people like Buddha, Jesus, people that reach, Michael Jackson. Okay? Not even worth, nobody here is like a Buddha. None of you guys are. Bobby Nut. You can plug in your date of birth, location, etc. It tells you. Yeah. Now, it is actually based on a scientific concept. You guys have never heard of these minute particles called trinos. Let me say that again, because the door is opening. You guys have never heard of this minute particle called trinos. Our planet is constantly bombarded with trinos every day. At different times of the day, you have a certain amount. That's whatever amount that you absorb. I believe it's at the time of your conception will determine what you are. So your time of birth is important. Where you were born at is also important, because remember, the planet's rotating and these trinos are coming in the planet, and different sides of the world will get different amounts. So where you're born is very important. So it's actually based on something scientific. And I hate my life. It's not like that. I'm pretty chill. I just smoke weed all day and hang with my inwards. So you're the type of black that I hate. Hate to say that to you, man. Hate my life, but you're the type of black that I hate. You make us decent ones look bad. You bring our race down. You just sit there and smoke weed all fucking day. Do you know that white people planned that for us, you dummy? They shoveled and funneled weed into our community so we would smoke it. So we would just sit there. Why? Because at that time period after that, we were rioting. So I think you should just go ahead and leave. Now you say something good, though. I'm going to change my name after the show, player. I hope you find some positivity. Your type make us look bad. Okay? You said you sit there and smoke weed all day. Do you think it makes black folks look good? You're the first type of people the news people go out and find for a goddamn story. And they talk to you guys. They don't talk to us blacks who decide to educate ourselves and learn not to smoke weed. That's what, I was telling one of my clients, I'm one of the few blacks, and I said, I don't know of any blacks that don't smoke weed. I'm one of the few blacks that don't smoke weed. And I'm glad I didn't, and you say Snoop smoked weed. Exactly. Don't you know that the white people used our rappers? Those rappers you listen to sold out. Okay? They're not the original rappers that started the rap industry. Snoop sold out. Okay? He follows every one of their directives. Do not talk about white people. Do not talk about the police. Do not talk about Jews. Do not talk about gays. Those are their orders white people gave him. And he followed it. So you want to follow that type of man? Who actually wears berets in his pigtails? He started feminizing black people because they told him to. So you follow an idiot. He got in the rap industry and made millions though. He was nothing but a fucking poet. He went to school with Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz. You thought he was some gangbanging rap dude doing drive-bys. How do you do that when you go to a school that Cameron Diaz went to? Sun Journal says, I stopped smoking when I joined the gym. It's okay to do occasionally or something. I hate my life. Wearing that in their hair is more of a Cali thing, I think. But they're influencing. I've seen thugs, actual gangbangers, with colored berets in their hair and girl braids. And I don't think it's just in California. So try that again. Do not follow the rappers. Rap used to be real. It was about the pain and struggle of our race. They used to rap about that. They shut that down. Why are all the companies owned by non-blacks now to get the records out there? No black owns any of the record companies anymore. You notice how BET is not even owned by anyone black? Sun Journal, he wore pink gaiters. I'm not surprised. Look how Kanye West put on the dress. Go watch what was it Chris Rock? No, it was Dave Chappelle. What Dave Chappelle had to say about them putting on the dress in Hollywood. How blacks have to put on the dress or get shot in the ass. Go find that video. Type it into YouTube right now. Dave Chappelle with his interview with Oprah. Hubert Supreme, what is happening to our auras since we have been out of the game for so long? I fear we are pushing others away unknowingly. Yeah, that's what happens when I have to close down the video because he's actually frying fish now. But a lot of people in this community, your aura is set on repel instead of attract. Okay? we push people away from us. I did that until I started teaching fitness classes. I had to learn how to attract. I learned how to shut it down so that I would attract. I had to reverse the whole thing because being a manifester, we're designed to push people. Okay, it seemed to quiet down a little bit. Derek Kelly. Young Thug is on gay shit. Yeah. They also introduced homosexuality into the rap community. Most of the rappers, if you Google this or YouTube this, you'll find the information you want. I hate my life. So basically they want to shut black people down to mollify us, to pacify us. So they really funneled weed into the community. Weed got really popular when I was in high school. This is back in the 70s. And they've been doing that for over 10 years. Funneling drugs in the community. There's good videos on YouTube. You can find out about that. There are people that actually did this, went to jail for it, and now doing documentaries on it. You can find it on YouTube. How the FBI had saboteurs within our fucking community. Shuttling drugs to us. I think that they came out with information. It was the CIA that, according to the information, that was involved in the drug trade into the United States. There's a police officer that came out that talked about that. So to keep us, because we're on the rise up in the 60s. Notice how we changed after that? You're not aware of that. You're too young. Okay, in the 60s, our single parent birth rate was only 12%. Now look how our society has changed since then. We had black power. We acknowledged each other. We didn't fight within our groups. We had the Black Panthers. After the Black Panthers split up, they split into two different groups, the Bloods and the Crips. They became gangers. You didn't know that. They originally came from the Black Panthers. They're now gangbangers. If you study the black history in America, you see how we've been tooled like chumps. If you're one of the guys that smoke weed, you're a chump. You got tooled. They didn't want us rising up. Now they're having problems because of killing unarmed black men. Black folks are rising up again. So we got to see what's going to come down our way. They've been pushing homosexuality on us. That show Midnight. Notice how it's black kids. And I knew when I saw the trailer for it, when they start blinking at each other, I knew it was some gay shit. Then call it Midnight. It reminds me of, you guys remember you saw Django? That white guy said to him, "I'm going to go walk in the moonlight with you, boy." The one with the big teeth, who he shot in the dick. Back then they always want to cut a black man's dick off. Derek, it's only like that because we have these females out here talking about they don't need a man. No, it's like that because they've been programmed. The feminazis, the feminization movement hit them. And also our controllers hit them. They set up so that it was easy to get welfare, but you can't have a man in the picture. You can't have a man. If you have a man, you're not getting nothing. You got to study the real truth. Don't fall for some angry black dude's bullshit like that idiot, that one negative guy. Sotomayor. Supreme, I want to break the game down and focus on building success, follow my passions, and find peace and love. We must follow rules for our lives. I feel it's important to control what we focus. You got that right. Dominic, hell yeah, fuck weed. You mean you don't smoke weed, Dominic? You're one of the few blacks I know that doesn't. Now, I realize why we do it. And I hate to say this and put out there because I live in America. I hate to go all racial here, but it can suck, like this kid's screen name. It can suck. My life sucks. There are no job opportunities for blacks. Companies hire people who look like them that own the company. You know, it's harder for a black to get a job in America. But it can be done. We just have to work twice as hard. We got to be twice as sharp. It's not fair, but hey, get over it. Life's not meant to be fair. Dom says, I know a lot of people that do. Yeah, I bet you do, man. San Giorno, I think the Panthers was more of a Oakland thing, but yeah, no, they were not more of an Oakland thing. But yeah, the Gov got rid of that. There were chapters all over as far as the Panthers. One of my friends, or actually I have a black friend that I talked to on our birthday. His son has my birthday, and he's like a day later. Anyway, he was one of the Black Panthers, one of the original people. And you know what? He told the military when he went to the military that he was. And they tried to eject him from the military, the Air Force, after, you know, I guess they're going through his records one day and saw that, hey, you were a Black Panther. And he said, yeah, I put it down on there. You knew that. And they tried to use that, but this dude was hella fucking smart. He also had his legs crushed. And he was smart enough to do his own case. And he won against the government. Christopher, my chakra were open except for 2. My heart was underactive and my throat was overactive. That means you do a lot of talking. Okay? But you're not connected to your heart, which is something you want to do. Is if everything is open and working, that means you've solved those areas. If your root is open there, Dominic, that means you're connected, well connected to the planet. If your second chakra is open, that means you solve your sexual problems. Most people that watch me right now, if they did their little chakra test, they'll find that their second chakra is fucked up. Because you haven't conquered your sexual. You haven't brought women into your life. You are not experiencing what you should be experiencing as a man. The third chakra is about your control of your environment. And you obviously, you have a good job, you enjoy, you're happy at it. The next one is the heart. And when you open that one up, you start to follow your passions, as you've seen me do. I was passionate about teaching guys how to get women. Okay, then the throat. Where is it? Look behind me. That's the throat chakra example. All those goddamn first place trophies. Okay? So, you also would need your this is called the third eye. For us blacks, that means pineal gland. Or that means being able to see clearly the real truth of words. And then, of course, is like me, the last one, which is spiritual. Becoming more spiritual. Derek Kelly and Malcolm X. Wasn't meaning to do this show this long. I'm told by YouTube experts I should keep it down to 5 minutes. Being black sucks. If you want to know what I look like bald, then just type in Marvin Hagler on Google. That's who I resemble. Sorry, I don't have a picture. Okay. If I can get you to stop smoking weed and start to do something with your life, that'd be a good thing. The fact you're still here means you want the help. The spin class is good for the body. Spin class is great for your legs and also dynamic and really exemplary development of your heart and lungs, your cardiovascular system. Spin class is a killer on them thighs. I've never taught one, but I've taken them. And because I was another instructor, they decided to melt my thighs. You know, challenge of being an instructor. Is alcohol bad? All of it's bad. Alcohol is really a poison to the body. I still drink every now and then. When I go to the Portuguese Hall, being around a lot of people, I still have elements of the introvert in me. I'm a little bit more empathic. I need to get tipsy to approach girls. I'm sorry, you need that. That means you're not going in there with a full brain to seduce. I also drink too. I drink a lot of beer. I don't. I had a beer think it was over a month ago or something like that. Somewhere in there. This browser I'm using just is not even working. Bobby Nut believes that girls are tipsy, so it's good to get on their level. No, it's not. How can you master them if you're also tipsy? How can you even fuck your best if you're even tipsy? Give your A game. By the way, black fellas, we've lost our mystique of being the best fuckers on the planet. As I was telling one of my clients the other day, one of my coaching clients. We used to be known as being the best dick on the planet. It's not that way anymore. All we got left is the stigma of size. But if you can't use it, what good is it? And that becomes from, unfortunately, the rap music. That's how women became bitches and hoes. And back in my generation, it was all, have you seen her by the Shy Lights, that type of shit. Love music, making love to women, all that kind of shit. And then the rap industry started. Of course, it worked. They separated black males and black females. Now, the problem with the feminazis is, the feminists, is that behind those guys, or that group, were the lesbians pushing that. Haha, do the Portuguese offer you a drink at their bar? Yeah, and it's free. That's how I got drunk before I realized it at a hall. What were you doing at a Portuguese hall? Someone named Sanjonero. Sanjonero. He must have a Portuguese friend, yeah. Dominic, that's why I got your How to Make a Woman Come product. Good. That's one thing that you guys should get. I wonder how important looks are to women. They're a little bit more important to black women, but if you look at in life, you see that's not totally true. You see a lot of brothers who aren't that attractive with a lot of sisters, with sisters. Looks, if you're just dog ass ugly, and one eye's up here, one eye is down here, then you have some problems. But if you got two eyes in a normal place, and a nose, a mouth, I didn't have hair. I did pretty good, goddamn good. And women will tell you that's not all about the looks. The main thing for them is your confidence level. That's why they go to thugs. Thugs are very confident motherfuckers. They also tend to be more aggressive, and they love that. That means they're more protector type. That's my pussy. Motherfucker, what you doing talking about pussy? That type. I disagree. Michael Nolan, remember, I'm the teacher. I'm the guy that's researched everything. I'm the guy that was out there in life and did this damn thing. Okay? Stop watching these idiot videos on YouTube. You're wrong. And I don't care how you think or feel. Michael Nolan says, looks are important, I think, Supreme. Here's the difference. If you're drop dead gorgeous, the game is easy. But how many drop dead gorgeous dudes do you guys see? You know how small that percentage of males are? So, when you go to a nightclub, do you think every man in there but you is drop dead gorgeous? Or do they actually look more like you? That's a mistake that Michael's making. Yeah, good looking guys, they can hoe chase and have a lot of great success because they're drop dead gorgeous. I stood next to a dude, there was a model that was also in that movie that Will Smith did where he was the human calculator. I didn't go out with him. I went out with him, twice? I didn't go out with him anymore. I got no attention. And girls just ran to him. And I'm the cool dude. He wasn't even that cool. He looked like a young Robert Redford. He had red hair. He had the right face, the right lips, the right smile. And he just blew it all off. I always thought he was kind of gay. I was wondering if he was actually gay. I asked him, "You get a girl you fucking?" I said, "Yeah, I see a girl every now and then." You know, a dude with looks like that should be swimming in pussy. Hubert, Supreme, I'm following. San Jornero says, "I'm Portuguese American." You luso americano?
Wait, San Janeiro.
That's a screen name.
Oh.
San Jornero.
Oh, Senhora Português.
She says, "Senhor Português." So what else you got to say?
O seu nome não é Paulinho Fernandes.
I can't repeat all that. You got to come close to the mic.
I'm joking.
You want to joke?
I said.
You got to be near the mic.
O senhor não é o Paulinho Fernandes. Remember Paulinho Fernandes?
Pauline Fernandes.
The kid that I scared away, crying. And
Oh, yeah.
Mommy?
Yeah. She got in an argument with a Portuguese kid who couldn't even... He was from the mainland, apparently from the mainland. I guess the mainland thinks people from the Azores are idiots, and he couldn't even understand. Yeah, he was no doubt. He couldn't even really...
Or he thought he was a know-it-all.
Write in clear Portuguese.
Yeah, I wrote him in Portuguese a couple of times. He never answered back because he couldn't even read it.
Yeah. He was a Trumper also.
Yeah, that's what...
A Portuguese American that voted for Trump.
Yeah, that's what got me started. And then he claims to be a white boy, and he looked like a...
He looked brown?
Well...
Oh, yeah, I saw his photo. Yeah, he looked like a Mexican. You know,
No,
brown Mexican, didn't he?
Looked like something else, which I'm not going to say.
A what? Oh, yeah, he looked Arabic. Yeah. Oh, I thought he looked more like a Mexican. Like your dad.
That nose of his.
Oh, yeah, he had the big nose, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this. What's up, Supreme? What's up, Cool Teddy?
Oh, shit. Sorry.
That's right. San Journal said, yup. Yup to what, San Journal?
You're Pauline Fernandes?
No. I mean, he's been coming here for a long time.
Oh, okay.
You got something else you want to say? Do you speak Portuguese? Fala português, senhor?
Yeah, fala português.
I can't get the phlegm out, you know. Fala português.
Yeah, he calls it phlegm. I don't know why, but...
He goes, I don't know who that is. Yeah, he's some YouTuber.
He knows him?
No. YouTube's got billions of people on it.
I know, but this is a common name, too.
Yeah. Now I'm waiting for his answer.
About being Pauline?
I've been arguing with some Portuguese folks about the Moors. They believe the Moors were these white North Africans. I got on some Portuguese girl's DNA. She had 7% North Africa, and I said where the Moors actually came from, and they were African. The belief is that they were these white North Africans and Arabs, and I showed them images of the original Berbers, the black Berbers, and I showed them images of the Moors. All you got to do is just go to Google images and type in Moors arts. And I try to explain to them, you know, the racist stuff came out, and that these people conquered and ruled Spain and Portugal from 711 AD to 1492. So for you black fellas, I hate my life. It's because you were given bad information about a race. These are people that used to rule in Spain and Portugal. These are the reason why there are dark-skinned Portuguese out there. Okay? Like my girlfriend's father. And they enslaved white women. About 100 from each town every year. They got their concubines, and you know this painting is from that. Now, a lot of people say, "Nah, that's not." If you Google Rembrandt, famous white European painter, painted the Moors. This is a real famous painting, the Moorish chieftain. But if you just type in Moors, now we all know that Rembrandt was a famous painter. And here's his painting titled Two Moors. So they were not Arabs. They were not the new looking Berbers. They were straight up African. When Tyreek took over, I believe that the new information is that he had 30,000 and a bit over 200 Arabs with him. 30,000 and I think 200 something Arabs with him. Spain still celebrates running the Moors out of there. They have something called Running of the Bulls. And if you're Portuguese, you know about Running of the Bulls. You guys release bulls. And every year they celebrate finally running the Moors out of Spain. And they don blackface and Afro wigs. They don't don Moorish, or they don't don Arab long hair, straight hair. They don blackface to celebrate running the black people out of Spain. It says History of the Moors, Dark Ages. So I hate my life. What you need to learn is real black history. Okay? I hate my life because girls always reject me. Been rejected over 68 times. That's because you run up on females. Kartig. Welcome. I could be a wide variety of reasons, your location, your looks, etc., etc. Cool Bear believes that because he's in a certain town in Louisiana, he stays in Monroe, that's why he doesn't get women. And I submit to Cool Bear that it's actually more than that. And that stuff, you got to let go of that old belief because you were real heavy at one time and people didn't like you. Has Jovina seen the Black Madonna in Portugal? She hasn't been to the mainland. She's from the Azores. But let's Google that and see if there is a Black Madonna in Portugal. I've seen in the mainland, they have these. Let me come back to the camera first. I've seen villages in mainland with these narrow stairs, and at the top they had these buckets where we used to put oil in to throw on the Moors when they were charged their cities. So let me go back and let's see if there is. I know there's Black Madonnas even in Russia. Portugal. The L isn't working. Huh. Okay, I typed it in. Let's see if this is actually in Portugal. St. Joseph, Spanish origin. Okay, that's not Portugal. Bavaria. Looks like I'm going to have to search through every goddamn one because it's only going for Black Madonna. But the Black Madonna is found all over Europe and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Like that. All over Europe. Black people didn't go there and create these things. The people of the country did. So blame them. They call blacks who research our history Afrocentrics. And I've been in arguments earlier today, over black history. I had to go to Google Images and show them images of the Moors. I finally decided every time I run into these types, I'm going to have a piece of paper or a notepad with everything already linked up on. I'm tired of finding the images all over again and all that stuff. to use in my teaching of real history. So the Black Madonna, as you can see, there are so many different variations, and it's all over in European history. Even Russia. Years ago, I found Verge Noir du Puy in France. Now, there is a belief that Jesus was married, because for rabbis, they had to have a beard. They also had to be married. They also got married. And the new belief is that Jovina, take him off.
It is off.
I just remembered that. Mary Magdalene might have been his wife. And Michelangelo kind of painted one of the people in the painting of Last Supper, who was very androgynous, to represent Mary Magdalene. You guys heard that belief. Yeah. And it is believed that she fled that part of the world and landed in Paris. Or not Paris, sorry. Landed somewhere in France. I didn't mean to say Paris. I was thinking of France. That's a belief. I have no idea if it's true or not, but apparently someone very dark-skinned, went through that part of the world a long time ago. And the people in that area talked about it. So I don't know if that's true or not. Just a belief. A lot of people don't realize that Jesus' real name was Joshua ben Yosef. And of course, the Italians Latinized everything, including the name Mary. I believe it was originally Miriam. So they Latinized everything and took over the religion. If you're Italian, your group, you guys killed him, and then you took over the religion. Yeah. No, Maria's, that's a Latin name. So Mary is also a Latin name, Latinized. And now Italians still rule the world through Catholicism. How do you recommend recording yourself, talking to women, and analyzing the conversation to find points to improve? I have no idea. Sorry. Years ago, I had a little recording device with a cord on it. And I could have used that because we record Jovi and I's conversation like we would drive to Chico. We did shows that way. But that's it. I say use your cell phone. Download a recording app. You're younger than I am. You should know all that there, Hubert. I have no reason to go out and record myself. Real Life Kartik, I'm moving to the West Coast. I heard it's a lot better. Cool Teddy is your coach. I recommend you also continue losing weight. You've been at the same weight for too long. Get back on the path and continue losing weight. You're 5'5". You're down to as I believe it was the high 200s. Is that correct? High 200s. So we need to get you down so that you will become more attractive. You intend to keep the braids, okay? We've got to work with that, but we got to bring your weight down a bit, okay? No offense. Carter, do some research before you decide. The popular location, 337 pounds at 5'5". Okay, see, we need to bring your weight down a bit. We don't want to stay at 300 anything. We've got to get down to the low 200s because you're 5'5". And that would be the reason why you're having trouble in the game. Although, because of that, you don't have the confidence that like Grease had. He was also 6'3" and 458, but he still was able to attract women because of his mouthpiece. And his parents did a good job on giving him his real history. And educating him correctly. So he had a lot of confidence as a black male. That a lot of us didn't get or don't get. So I'm reading an email from Greece. Okay, I'm back. His mother took him to see this movie one time. He told me, and she asked him what did he see inside the movie. So his mom taught him, game at a early age, the game of life, of being black in America and how to survive. And I wish more black parents would do something like that. Teach. I didn't know we were slaves. I had to find out in fucking school, and I was so fucking embarrassed. They show that, you guys, remember I'm old, so we had the old history books. That fat blacks with a rag around her head mammy photo. That's what I was exposed to slavery. I had no idea that my race were slaves. And all the white kids, I was only black in the class, military school, base, they would look around and take a peek at me. And I felt like I was this big. So that was my introduction. And my parents never told me. They never said anything about our history or anything. I just imagine Jabba the Hutt laying on his back. Don't start shitting on the brother. He used to be a lot heavier. He's lost a lot of weight. When you're working with people who are heavy, discouragement or discouraging comments like that are really bad. So keep your comments positive. Congratulate him for losing the weight he has lost. Because I'm still at the gym. Nas, it's been up and down. And Dominique, I haven't no problem with sex. Had no problem with sex. I missed a lot of conversation, I guess. I asked for his height. Oh, I said his height. No, I didn't ask for his height. I forgot what I asked him. Nas, fuck the game. You might die anytime, bro. Hope you can lose that weight. Good luck. Okay, good. No offense. How do you even have sex being that big? He's only, I guess, 337 doesn't seem that big to me. But when you're 5'5", yeah. And he's not 5'5", he's 5'4". I had it wrong. That would be another issue, going to be another issue in your game. You have to, we've got to get you down, get your body sculpted. Unfortunately, it's going to be a process. And we have to change the way you dress. I know you're in Louisiana. We can be kind of backwards, if I can say that down there. A lot of people, in the black community, we wear tennis shoes. We wait for the new J's to come out. And I would recommend that you not hunt sisters, but actually hunt outside the race. Because sisters are very, they can be very picky at times when dealing with, height issues. OTS, just too many haters in my city, especially blacks, women and men. Louisiana is a different breed of humans for reals. Recognize that when you say that, it makes you sound very vain. And to me, it sounds crazy that everybody in your neighborhood just hates you. They're jealous of you. You see what I'm saying? I agree, very picky in Louisiana for reals. Yeah, that I agree with. Women can be very picky. Black women in general can be very, very picky. You know what they want. They want the mulattoes. Or you got to be light-skinned. But not all of them. Because I see plenty of our complexion and darker-skinned people with women. In fact, light-skinned women love dark-skinned men. So if you're dark-skinned, you got in.
Dinner's done.
Yeah, dinner's done. Okay. Wasn't Michael dark-skinned? Very dark-skinned?
Michael who?
Your ex-boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
of yours.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody you've dated actually has been dark-skinned, haven't they? Except for that mulatto guy, Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of them are.
Jovina, white Portuguese, as you could call them that. Okay, I won't call you white girl. Portuguese. She likes dark skin. I don't think you ever really made a difference, have you?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like one of those things that's on my checklist. Dark skin
Yeah.
check. You know,
Yeah.
no.
No.
I don't have a checklist.
I like boots. Anyways. Gotcha. You're old school. Old black men, they wore boots in my days. I've only owned I own my lugs, or those imitation lug things, but would I wear those to the club? No. If I'm hunting, if I'm wearing boots, I'm looking for a certain type of female. You got to dress to attract the type of female that you want. If you're wearing tennis shoes, and then obviously you're looking like a gangbanger, you're gonna attract ghetto bitches. Dress a little more upscale, you attract a better quality of female. Cool Teddy, Louisiana women make it so bad that men down here are turning to criminals. Even the common folk act like in the gangs for reals. I told you my ex-wife's from Louisiana. My kids have all been down there. I think it's your perception. My dinner is... Did you fry this in olive oil? What kind of oil did you use?
Yeah, olive oil.
Fish fried, no bread. Fish fried in olive oil and
Extra virgin.
a boring-ass salad.
It's on our menu.
That's what people do on Facebook. They show what they're fucking eating. I don't know why they do that shit. I started back on my eating program. And I've lost, 16 pounds in under 2 weeks. That's the case. Cool Bear says, I might as well sell dope and move to Cali and sell dope. That's not a good look. That's not good there, brother. Hubert, women have just too much power in the game. They can make you feel you're in control. Oh, shit, I forgot to ask. About his reaches up her back. He said it was in pain. Hold on. I hate clicking and nothing happens. I gotta refresh it. I might as well become a porn star. That's my mission when I be at 205 pounds or under 300. You'll find that that won't be a good choice for you. AIDS. I know they do tests a lot, but a lot of them have been coming up with AIDS. I used to want that too, because I was a total sex addict. And the door just blew open. Joe went ahead and closed it all the way. Rockstone, I need 5 acres on San Miguel. Rock, how do you know about San Miguel Island? And marry a Jovina half my age. He wants 5 acres on San Miguel. Is that how you pronounce it right?
San Miguel.
San Miguel, yeah. And marry a Jovina half my age. Aw, you got a reputation for being a nice girl. Porn star Cool, you're funny as hell. Cool says, real life Supreme and Dominique. If you try letting go of that thing that you have inside of you where you think everybody hates you and everybody's looking at you and everybody's judging you, Cool, and start to become more friendly, you'll find that it will change. I submit to you that it's only your outlook. It's you. Now, when you were like 500 pounds, I think it was, at 5'4", you had a negative outlook. And that negativity set into your mind, and it's kind of warped your perception. Might be a director or owner of a porn company. Derek Kelly says, Jovina. Okay. Derek Kelly says, Jovina is the ideal woman. She takes care of her man. A lot of females today won't cook for their man. She's old school. Her sister, yes, you heard her say, oh God. They're 10 years apart. She was born here. She hangs out with black chicks. And she acts like a sister. She ain't cooking for nobody. You cook your own food.
She cooks for herself.
Yeah.
And her daughter.
My ex-wife, she was old school. And she was a damn good cook. She always cooked. You got to find the old school type of sisters out there. Old school. There are new Portuguese women, Jovina, right? That don't even cook for their men. Or they cook, but
They do.
yeah, they don't.
The older ones, like my mom and
Yeah.
her generation.
How about the younger ones?
Well, younger than my sister, but most of them don't. Some may, but not.
Hmm.
You know how these millennials are.
Derek says white chicks are kind of like that too. I've been with a ton of them. Yeah, they all would cook for me, make food for me. Yeah.
If you
They were.
dealing with a different generation, though. If you could talk about the generation of today, like girls in their 20s and 30s right now.
Exactly, they can't cook.
Yeah, well.
That's why I learned it with the youngest white chick.
Because they're
One of the
more
youngest. She couldn't cook.
career-oriented and stuff like that, but
She wasn't career oriented. She became an esthetician, but she still couldn't cook. Her mom didn't teach her.
because she wasn't taught.
Yeah, because she was spoiled by her mom. It was just her and her mother. Her father was some gay dude that
When there's not a
died in an alley.
saying that, you know,
Huh?
That's different when there's a family unit that doesn't include a father. It's just a mother
Yeah.
and the kid. You know, it's different.
Yeah. Rockstone, in the Azores, does the Latin American dynamic of older man, younger wife exist?
Not where I'm. No,
Said not where she's from.
not unless that's caught on now.
Yeah. How old are you, Rockstone? How do you even know about the Azores? Most Americans don't even know about the Azores.
So people have friends that, you know, or relatives, or you know, it's catching on. But I guess we'll find out next year when we go.
Cardiff says, I know Dominican and Colombian chicks are into older guys. Derek says, Latina chicks will cuss you out, then cook for you.
That's Portuguese one, yeah. For the most part.
A Latina. You guys aren't really.
So
Yeah, you're Latins, but.
some of the older ones.
Oh, really?
I knew some that were like that.
He goes, not yet 50. Okay. So you're an old head too, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, I'm not alone.
Hey,
I think I'm the oldest one on this channel. Huh? Well, you want to cuss me out one day? I'll give you a free day to cuss me out. You don't PMS. I never know if you're PMSing.
I do, but I get like more emotional.
Yeah, I've seen you get emotional, but no.
Mad.
You don't have emotions. You're like my mom.
You know that's not true. Come on. Why are you selling that shit to these guys?
Remember I said there are things about you that are like her.
But you okay?
You're heartless.
Okay, not having emotions is one, because I do have emotions. You know it.
Jovina, she can be heartless.
What do I say to my kids every time?
I love you.
Right.
Yes. To your own offspring, you're very loving. You're actually a good mommy. And to my offspring. Today was Grandpa's Day, or Grandparents' Day, and for one of my grandsons, and yeah, actually two of them, yeah. Both of them are mixed race. One is half black and half Mexican. The other's half black and half Filipino. So here's the one that's half black and half Filipino from my son Tracy. Oops, let me put this right here in front of you guys. I'm a proud grandparent. Fuck that shit. And I don't understand these Negroes that can't honor their kids. And this one, his little brother comes over and stays with us all the time. The other one, Jaden.
We missed him and they had left already.
Yeah. The other one, because his father isn't my biological, he actually keeps him away from everybody. And I used to go to his games, so I got really sick. And now that I'm feeling better, I'm starting going back to his games again so I can reconnect. But I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Wow.
Thanks, Cool Teddy. It's important to be close to family. Funny, Derek. Son Jonero says, I know older Portuguese that married women like 10 years younger, but I don't know if this generation would go for that. How about the young Portuguese girls? Are they like, taught to be like the old school ones? I don't have any girls in my family. Jovina has actually, yeah, you have your black, she's black. But she's a bit on the special side. She has severe ADD or slight ADD.
No, it's really more than that.
It's more than, yeah.
Yeah, there's never been a diagnosis, but you can tell she's
your sister never diagnosed her?
She doesn't have an official diagnosis now.
Are you fucking kidding?
But you can tell that she's...
Well, she's a little bit slow.
Her mentality is at a very low level.
Yeah, very low, yeah.
Like a 10 to 12-year-old maybe, and she's in her 20s.
Let's see. A lot of reasons why Cool Barrett wants to become a dom. That means he wants to spank ass. 1, to be seen. 2, to be famous. 3, to prove, there we go, that negativity, the haters in my city wrong due to the fact they say that I can't get a woman. Let's see. Well, fat porn stars exist. Cool Teddy. How do I ask this without seeming like a fucking fag? Do you have the equipment of what it takes to be a porn star? You know what I mean, equipment? Oh, Dom equals Dominique. Hey, if you're gifted, knock yourself out. There's a guy from Jovina's Island. Jovina. The guy with the 13 inches.
Oh.
How tall was he?
He was short. He was like probably like about my sister's height,
5'2"?
5'3".
He's 5'2", 5'3", with 13 inches.
He was my ex sister-in-law's.
Is that her ex sister-in-law's daughter's father-in-law?
No, father-in-law.
So ex sister-in-law's father.
Her husband's father.
Hers, I don't know. Didn't follow that.
My ex sister-in-law got married.
Her ex sister-in-law got married.
The guy she married.
The guy she married.
It was his father.
It was his father.
So my ex.
Yeah. Okay, enough about size. I want no insecurity starting here. Because I'll take my chances, Bream. Okay. Michael says it's hard to be a porn star. The women make more money. Okay. Let's go ahead and change that subject. In fact, I'm getting ready to close out because I got to eat my dinner. My fish is now cold. I didn't realize a lot of porn dudes work for free. Never heard of that. So you get free pussy, huh? Kardac's abnormal size. Depends on what race you're looking at there, Kartig. I've heard of so many blacks with 13 inches not even fucking funny. It's irritating, actually. It makes you feel insecure. But good thing chicks don't want to work with that. Usually, brothers, I think the average for brothers is like 8. And then we get the 9s and 10s all over the place. We come from a warm environment. Things hang lower from warm environments. So Cool Teddy says he wants to be famous. And people already hate me. You're on that, people hate you. I would like to see that end inside of you, man. All right, done with porn, and I'm ready to call it quits. I don't want to go 2 hours on this whole thing. So you guys have a good evening. I'll probably be back on tomorrow. If not, I'll be on Sunday or Monday. All right, fellas.